Salute! Let's talk about a little bit of history. A lot of people ask me, why is this martial arts system called the 52 blocks? And is there 52 blocks that you perform? So I'm going to just give you a little bit about the 52 blocks real quick. Very important to understand the 52 blocks is part of the card game. Many times, people back in the day played cards, really all the time. If you were by yourself, you played Pyramid or you played Devil's Grip. If you had another person, you played Go Fish. Or how many people remember Jim Rummy? And if you had a group of people, we all would play spades. And in my house, the family loved to play big whist. My mother would throw parties at least once a month. And my aunts would come over and my uncles and everybody would come over. It was almost like a small family reunion because it was this card game. Everybody loved to come to the card game and play big whist. If your family played big whist, please put it down in the comments and let me know that you guys played big whist too, or that you guys had card parties at your house. We're talking about the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. During that time, that's when the people really were into playing cards. So the cards were very, very important. The cards not only represent 52 weeks in a year, but there's also, I'll talk to you about the 4 kings, which is very important when you're talking about playing cards. Representing love, representing the female energy, is the King of Hearts. Representing nobility and military, most likely this is your captain, this is your general, is the King of Diamonds. Representing trade, like if you're trading commissary or trading anything you have for something, bartering, that is the King of Clubs. Representing masculinity, manhood, the male, and the military is the King of Spades. So those are the 4 kings, and they also represent winter, spring, summer, and fall, the 4 seasons. Very important. And let's talk about this. This is the Ace of Spades. When I was a kid, there were a lot of gangs, Savage Skulls, Ghetto Brothers, 7 Immortals, 7 Crowns, Tomahawks, and the Black Spades. The Black Spades, they were grown men and very organized. And this is also called the hanging card. But back to the Black Spades. The Black Spades, they were some of the early breakdancers. Started out with hip hop back in the day. Not only they were the early breakdancers, you also knew that they were security many times for these big block parties in New York City. The Black Spades were security, and they branched out into doing security. Like I said, these guys were more adults than a lot of us kids, and they really were organized and really had things going on. But I want to say something else about the Ace of Spades, and that is my brother served in Vietnam. When he served in Vietnam, he told me that they would leave this card in any village, any town after scorched earth. They would leave this card. And you know why they left this card? Because it represents masculinity, it represents male energy, and it represents power. So when they imposed their power, they left this with the enemy. Next card, the money card, the Joker. If you have debts, you get the Joker. If you don't have debt, it may just be some physical thing you have to do. Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, those kinds of things, and especially burpees all day long. A lot of men, especially when they were incarcerated, burpees, that's the move. And that was the Joker. Now, let's talk about how many opportunities you get in practice. 2 punches, and I have 2 blocks. Black for striking, red for blocks. So it depends on what card you got. I even them up. I cheated. These are not the way the cards may come. You may get a 10 and you may get a 3 black and a 10 red. But we just, for learning purposes, working on, I throw 3 punches and I get 3 blocks. Five punches or kicks, 5 blocks. So you have to perform these blocks and develop your skill level. So the card game was how you actually developed your skill level. And that's pretty much what you did and how you use the cards. If you want to learn more about using the cards, which nobody really uses today, but if you want to learn more about using the cards, then join our Patreon. And we'll give you more of the history of the card game. But I just didn't want to act as if there was no history or I wasn't going to ever mention the card game. Like everything else, culturally things have changed. Culturally, we're not into the card game like we were. You don't see people playing Go Fish or Jim Rummy or people getting together and say, yo, let's play spades tonight. Or, yo, let's do big whist. Those games kind of dissipated with the computer, with people being able to do this now. We don't socialize as much as we used to. But it doesn't negate the fact that a lot of the 52 blocks evolved from the card game. If you have any questions, guys, please make a comment. I'll read them and I'll get in touch with you and we can talk. If you know anything about the card game, let me know what you learned about the card game and give me your outlook on how the card game connects to the 52 blocks. All right, guys. With that, I say, salute.